So there, as it relates to like source water is what we call it. There are really two primary types. You have source water. So you might pull that from like a river or a stream. Grimes, specifically here, we do not. We pull ours from wells. So the city owns a well field on the very north end of town, right next to Highway 141. Where we have a series of wells that draw water from deep within aquifers. So, I mean, after it goes through its treatment process, and we're kind of unique here in Grimes where we have two treatment plants. We have the reverse osmosis plant that we're sitting in today, the newest plant, and then there's also a lime softening plant, which is just to the south of here on the same site. So once it goes through its kind of treatment processes, and they're each different, they essentially are pumped out into the system, as we call it, which is the city, through a series of water mains. Those mains feed the system, so they may feed a water tower, which then will feed out into the system. It may feed directly from the plant to the distribution system. It just kind of varies depending on where you're at in the city.
Okay.
But generally speaking, when you turn on that tap at your house, it's from a water main that's underground with a service line to your home or to your building.
I suppose part of our first part of treatment actually would be the lime plant. Lime actually helps as a disinfectant for the water. We don't sterilize the water, that's impossible. We disinfect it, 99.99, just like you see on the Clorox bottle. We use monochloramines, which is a combination of chlorine and ammonia. We run tests daily on the distribution system as well as our finished water. We do 15 bacteria tests throughout the city every month. We have 60 samples a year for lead and copper. We have always been keeping our eye on lead and copper testing and everything. We've always been doing it. We just haven't ever come up with any super high numbers anywhere.
One of the programs that we started doing is we just kind of isolated the areas that we saw a 4-inch main in and say we need to get those replaced. And those need to be upgraded from 4-inch main up to 8-inch. That's kind of the standard. When we just recently did one on Jacob Street here last fall, before we did that, we actually did a house survey of all the houses along there because we wanted to know ahead of time if we had to deal with lead services. Because if there is lead pipes, then we have to do some kind of mitigation effort to get that taken care of with those property owners. Ended up we had no lead pipes in any of those houses, which was great.
So I think the first thing to do is to contact the city. A lot of things you take for granted when you flush the toilet or turn the tap on.
Absolutely.
It goes somewhere, and it comes from somewhere.